Shut up and sit down.
Welcome back to Pop Culture Podcast, episode 214. I'm Jay.
I'm Adrian. Wow, you were really excited.
I feel like I kind of lied about that, though, because this really isn't 214.
Well, I mean, it is number 214. It's episode 14 of season 2.
Yeah. But whatever. I mean, nobody's really...
You're at episode 214.
214.
I'm sticking with it.
Okay.
I'm staying with it.
Cool. So we're going to do that. So we're back in. We're on a roll here doing this every week.
Yeah.
We haven't missed it in a bit.
It's been good. It's been good.
I'm thinking one of us is due to get sick or travel. So
Yeah, I'm actually traveling the last week in May.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I'm going to MegaCon.
To what?
MegaCon? It's the show in Orlando.
Okay. Oh, MegaCon.
Yes.
I thought you were saying Megadon. And
Ooh.
I'm
Oh,
like,
now what's Megadon? Tell me about this.
I would assume that's probably a Power Rangers convention.
I wonder what a Power Ranger convention would be like.
I don't know. We're probably gonna find out soon.
I don't know.
The movie didn't do great, but they do have a second comic book series that launched either this week or next week.
I think it's...
I didn't see it this week,
I think
but I
it's
may have
next
missed
week.
it.
Yeah.
So that means they're gonna have 2 ongoing comic series.
That's fine.
There's comic book properties out there with less series than that are having full conventions. So.
God, I really need to reevaluate my life. That's
Right?
what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
Anyways, okay, so we're back. We're going to drink something.
We are going to drink something.
I feel like we're getting really desperate for drinks at this point.
So I actually had something I actually really wanted to drink.
Yeah, but that, for whatever reason, didn't work out.
So Jay loves porters.
I do.
And I found probably one of the best porters I've had in years.
Okay.
It's the Prolariat Porter from Fremont Brewing.
I don't know if I've had it.
So I was like, oh, I'm going to get some for Jay. So I went in today, and I'm all like, can I get one of your 22s? We're all out.
Oh.
Okay. She's like, do you want to just buy a growler? And I was all like,
Ugh.
I've bought 2 new growlers in this past week because I keep forgetting to bring one with me. I'm like, I can't justify
No.
another one.
No.
We can just have the porter next week.
Yeah, there we go.
Just have it next week.
This is why I think I sent you this at one point. We need to get the collapsible growler bag.
Yeah.
Because that solves that problem. You finish, you fold it up, you throw it in your trunk, you're done.
It's smart. It's the way to do it.
Whereas I have a full glass growler just floating around in my trunk. It's going to break any day.
I have several of the glass ones. I have one of the insulated stainless steel
Which
ones.
is really nice.
It is really nice. The problem I have with it, though, is every single time I take it someplace, they fill it up too much. They fill it up to the very top.
And then they put the cap in, which
And the
goes
cap
in.
goes
and then,
in, and it spills everywhere.
Yeah.
So what happens is you lose a generous amount, like almost this much.
Yeah.
But you don't notice it right away. It's when it's going out. So you're just like, please stop. Every time I'm like, don't fill it up all the way. Cap goes down. Nope, you didn't listen. Fuck you.
Which in their mind, they're being generous.
I know.
Because they're used to just a flat cap screw on, and they're like, I'm going to give you every ounce I can fit in this container.
I almost want to get it back from them and take a hit off it and then seal it up.
That's what you should do. You go ahead and fill it, all seal it, and then you're good. But anyways, so we didn't have that, so we called an audible.
We did.
Last minute.
You called the good audible, though.
So
I think it makes a lot of sense.
To be
me.
fair, this was already in I was actually at Total Wine getting the things for this. And then I'm like, oh shit. I never actually confirmed that we're recording tonight. So the Kentucky Derby was this past Saturday.
It was.
I think a horse ran fast. I'm not real sure what goes on there.
Several horses ran fast. One just happened to run faster than the rest.
Okay.
It had a very small gnome riding on top of him.
Yes. And there is a drink, an official drink of the Derby, and that's the mint julep. So we are drinking mint juleps in honor of the race that neither of us watched.
That is true. Now, I've actually never had a mint julep before.
I have. I don't think I've had it with the official bourbon of the Derby, which is Woodford Reserve.
Sure is. Now, I Googled traditional mint julep recipe.
Okay.
And it was you muddle mint with some sugar. You add 3 ounces of bourbon, a little bit more mint, shake vigorously,
Vigorously.
and a little dusting of powdered sugar.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Okay, so let's give this a try. I think it's delicious and refreshing.
It is refreshing. It's not as minty as I thought it was going to be.
Okay. I'm getting a strong mint hit off mine, but not necessarily the level that you get from like a mojito.
And I think that's what I had in my mind was, and I read one recipe, they're like, well, just make a mojito and sub out, bourbon for rum. I'm like, that doesn't sound right to me.
But also you have to look at the flavor profile of rum versus the flavor profile of whiskey. Whiskey doesn't get overpowered as easily as rum does. So I think that's why you get a lot of the mint in the mojito, whereas this, you get a lot of those charred flavors still.
Like, by no means am I saying I don't like it. I like it.
Okay.
I would like to now experiment to perfect a mint julep.
Sure. You have a year to work on it.
I do.
Because Jess and I decided that we're going to throw a derby party next year solely because I want to fucking dress up like they do at those parties.
So I believe it's called Connecticut Casual is the attire. I will call my hat maker to start getting a hat made.
Your haberdashery?
There is a haberdashery that I went to.
The one in downtown on like 5th?
No, you're thinking of Utz's hats.
No, there's another haberdasher down there.
Okay.
At least there was a couple years ago.
No, one in Spokane, where it quite literally says haberdash.
Spokane. Okay, all right, cool. So yeah, we decided we're gonna do that just because we want to dress up and we'll make some drinks and figure out what the hell they eat at these things, and I'll figure out how to actually watch the race.
Now, someone else had said you put seltzer in here as well, a little seltzer. I think it would make it a little lighter, but I think it might be unnecessary.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna experiment with this.
Okay,
We'll
cool.
let you guys know.
Cool. So we got some things to talk about.
You watch any TV?
I did watch some TV.
Oh, what did you watch?
I didn't watch a lot of TV.
Okay.
But I did watch some TV. Here's what I watched. Gotham, Bob's Burgers. Not this past Sunday's episode, but Thelma and Louise, except Louise is Linda or Linda is Louise or however that goes.
Thelma and Louise, except Linda is Thelma.
Yeah, that's the right word. Yeah, watch that. The latest episode of Family Guy, Big Bang Theory, Riverdale, Sopranos. I'm up to season 5, episode 9 is the last one I watched.
Okay.
So I only have 25 episodes left because season 6 was a full 26 episodes.
Okay.
That math doesn't add up. It's like 22 episodes. Anyways, whatever. And then I watched a bunch of Beat Bobby Flay.
Oh.
So I'm up to season 2, episode 4, and I'm actually watching them in order, not the Netflix menagerie of episodes. So being at my next one will be episode 5, season 2. That means I only have 128 episodes left because that show's been on for fucking ever.
Is it still new episodes?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Because I'm checking the thing, and it's like, yeah, you only have 112 episodes left. Oh, nope, now you have 130. I'm like, motherfucker.
Damn it, Bobby Flay, please stop.
Right? At this point, like, what else are you cooking? Like, you've got to have gone through every secret ingredient now, and you can't tell me that 135 chefs have all had different specialty dishes. Like, he's got to have made the same thing multiple times.
Probably. And you know what? Every time, in my mind, like 3 people have been like chicken and waffles, and every time you make something different just to fuck with them.
Yeah.
Last time I made this waffle. This time it's a huckleberry blueberry waffle with... Damn you, Bobby Flay.
He wins too much, though.
He wins all the time.
I know. It drives me crazy. Because obviously I'm not there to taste the food, but there's definitely times where I'm like, I would much rather have the competitor's food than Bobby's.
So here's the thing. And I think they say this multiple times. He is not good at presentation. Bobby Flay is not good at presentation.
No.
But he's good at flavors.
Yeah.
So you could have something that just looks like mush, but it may taste amazing.
Yeah. But I'm even thinking, again, I'm not there to taste it, but you look at some of the ingredients they put in there and the flavor profile that should create. And again, maybe it doesn't, but I'm like, no, that sounds a lot better than just the plain burger with the kimchi slaw that Poppy made.
Sure.
But
but you and I have both been to restaurants where we're like, oh my God, that dish sounds amazing. And you get it, you're like, what is this? This tastes like ass.
That's absolutely
I read
true.
your description. Your description was so good.
Right.
Okay.
So that's all the TV for me.
What'd you think of the Bob's Burgers?
I thought it was funny.
Okay.
I thought it was good. I mean, it was kind of a blatant ripoff of Breakfast Club, but as far as that detention portion of
The
it.
detention portion.
I had to explain to my wife what in-school suspension was.
So mine too. Mine too.
Yeah, I don't know that my wife has ever even had detention.
Have you
period.
ever been in-school suspension?
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Like that's a thing.
I spent probably so they didn't have it in my high school. They had it in my junior high, and I probably spent a good quarter of my days of school in-school suspension.
Yeah. So, and Mr. Fron in the TV show even comments. He goes, because we learned that suspension just meant kids just hung out at home and did whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're damn straight I did.
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember getting my teacher saying, "Do you want me to suspend you?" My response was,
Yeah.
Yup.
Because
I will. Please do.
Right?
Keep mouthing off. That's what it's going to take. Let's do this. Yeah, I'll totally be suspended. You know why? I got a new video game and comic books I'm ready at home.
So here's my thing. The in-school suspension at my junior high, the room was adjacent to like the attendance office. So they would leave the door open all the time. And I would just hear everything that's going, all the gossip in the office. I never wrote the paper. And one of the educational assistants would bring me lunch every day from the cafeteria because I wasn't allowed to go to the cafeteria.
Right, you're not allowed to.
So they're like, well, we have to feed you. So here's what I'm like. I'm getting free lunch, and I'm just hanging out and laughing. Like, there is no punishment here still.
Mm-mm. Well, you don't get to do your homework.
I didn't do my homework anyways. That's the reason I was in school suspension most of the time. But yeah, so I thought it was a good episode.
Okay. The other thing is, I watched the new episode of Family Guy, which I don't usually watch. Family Guy.
Sure.
So I watched the one where Brian and Stewie go on band, red shirt, blue shirt, and Olivia.
That must have been this. I don't think I've watched this past Sundays.
Okay.
I think I watched the Sunday before.
So I did not find it funny.
Okay.
Not even a little funny.
Okay.
I remember enjoying Family Guy. Actually, I take that back. The B storyline was pretty funny.
Okay.
Chris goes to work for Quagmire as his sexual assistant, so he takes all the phone calls and he calls girls with pregnancy scares.
This was a repeat then.
Oh, was it?
It must have been because I've seen that. Yeah. Okay.
Because it was marked as new this week. But then again, the new Hulu app is fucking
It's
horrible.
terrible. So yeah, all that means is this is the episode that aired this week, and you haven't watched it on our service yet. That's all that is.
So
yeah, because there's
quick tangent. The new Hulu.
Real quick,
Go ahead.
I just want to make
yeah,
sure.
please.
There's a scene in that episode where Brian is walking like a horse or a dog or something in like the leather suit, right?
Chris is walking it.
Chris, yeah.
Yeah, and it's the pharmacist.
Yeah.
More.
Yep. Okay, so that's definitely a repeat.
Okay.
Awesome.
The new Hulu app, fucking atrocious.
It's
So
horrible.
I'm not going to get on it because not a lot of you all of you I'm sure have Hulu and have experienced it. Please write your congressman and complain.
Right.
Please. For me, I actually have been watching a lot of TV, reruns of The Office.
Right.
I've been having some.
That might have been mine.
Okay.
I don't think my.
That's the noise my Switch makes.
Oh, I turned the volume up so you could hear.
Okay.
That
Sorry,
makes sense.
we just heard a beep. I'm all like, that's an unfamiliar beep. Is my Switch going off?
I'm not used to it either because I never have. I'm one of those people that never has the sound around my phone. I couldn't tell you what my ringtone sounds like.
Oh, interesting.
Because it's always in my pocket, and half the time I've got like other noise going on around me anyways. So I'm not gonna hear it, but I'm gonna feel it.
Anyways, so what was I saying? Yeah. So been watching a lot of reruns. So the new stuff I've been watching was Man Seeking Woman. I'm on season 2.
Okay.
Great show. Fucking hilarious. Season 2's been killing it. We're currently in a storyline where the main story, what's his name? I can't ever pronounce his last name. Bruchel.
Oh, Baruchel.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He's has a crush on this girl at work. Turns out she's dating Jesus, so he can't compete with Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
But it's not real Jesus. It's how he's perceiving life.
Okay.
So it's not like she's dating this wonderful epitome of an awesome guy. So he sees him as Jesus. So you don't actually. So it's done very satirically. It's how he's seeing life.
Okay.
Not actuality.
Got it.
So it's really funny in that essence. The other thing I tried, which is something we're going to talk about, is a show called Ring of Honor.
Okay.
So Ring of Honor is an indie wrestling promotion.
Yes.
As you guys know, Jay and I have dipped our toes in the world of wrestling.
You I think have gone like ankle deep.
I was going to say, I've gone farther than you have, for sure. With that said, though, I'm getting kind of annoyed with the WWE
Sure.
Raw and SmackDown. I don't feel like I'm getting much from it.
Okay.
Whereas I love NXT. I feel like I'm getting a great NXT. So I wanted to dip my toe into the indie world. Ring of Honor parts were really hard to watch.
Oh, okay.
So
quick.
Yep.
How did you view this? Is this available on like a Hulu or?
So Ring of Honor can be viewed in a couple different ways.
Okay.
One, it is actually on Atena here.
Okay.
Fridays at 1 a.m.
That's a great time slot.
So not watching that one.
No.
It is free on you can watch this week's only free on their website.
Okay.
If you pay as a subscription to their website, you can watch every episode and the pay-per-views, much like WWE Network.
Yeah.
Or Frugal Brutal's like, well, why don't you try the Fight app? This is pronounced F-I-T-E.
Okay. I'm not familiar with this, but okay.
I'm not either, but it has all the boxing, all the MMA, and all the wrestling stuff.
Interesting.
So you can either watch it natively on your phone, or it actually has a built-in Bluetooth cast thing.
Yeah.
So I touched it and it just cast onto my Xbox.
Nice.
So I watched Ring of Honor. I haven't gone through the app yet to find out, is it showing me all the MMA stuff? So can I watch the UFC like 210?
Interesting.
Or not? What's going on here?
Right.
Like where am I at with this? So I'm gonna play a little bit with this app.
Okay.
So I watched Ring of Honor. For those of you who are not familiar, Ring of Honor obviously is an indie wrestling.
Sure.
And it's actually where everybody kind of cuts their teeth before they go to NXT or WWE. Seth Rollins came from there. Cesaro came from there. Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, like everybody came from Ring of Honor.
Okay.
So in that aspect, there's a lot of interesting things going on. Production value is horrible.
Okay.
When I asked Jess to come look at it and tell me where she thought they were, she's like, is that a high school gym? Because it's just a bunch of folding seats, only about 6 rows, and that's it.
Okay, so essentially what you're saying is think of the wrestling scenes from the movie The Wrestler.
Yes.
And that's what this is.
Oh, yes.
You're in like a VFW hall in Omaha or outside of Omaha, something like that. Okay, cool.
So their pay-per-view is coming to us live from Dearborn, Michigan.
Okay. And you want to go to this event?
No, this is not the one I want to go to.
Oh, okay.
No. The one I want to go to is either $40 for a seat or $25 general admission standing room only.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyways, so Ring of Honor, there's only like 3 matches. It was long matches. Really impressive, though. Like, the stuff they do, they are really going out on a limb here.
Okay.
The characters are horrible. Their dialogue clearly needs some help. But the stuff that they're trying to do, the in-ring stuff, is really impressive.
Okay.
So by that aspect, I enjoyed it.
So you're going to keep watching?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it was a struggle to watch the first 40 minutes. Because the last 20 minutes was the Cody Rhodes match, and I love Cody Rhodes.
Okay, so do they have, is it the same as WWE where there's a weekly telecast?
Yep.
Okay, how about this? I will watch this week's, and you watch this week's, and then we'll talk about it next week and decide if it's something we're going to continue with.
Okay.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I know what the answer is.
Okay.
But
all right, I'll watch.
It'll give us something good to talk about.
It'll give us something to talk about. Okay. For TV, that kind of sums it up for me.
Okay. I did want to touch on one thing because we talked about it last week. And I didn't have an answer. I said I was going to post an answer to a question that we had, and I didn't do it. The Voice. There was that controversy.
Yes.
So I swear I saw an article like the day we recorded, like earlier in that day or the day before, saying that there was controversy specifically about the results of that week's elimination show.
Okay.
Could not fucking find an article that said that to save my life.
Interesting.
But what I found was there's controversy with how those elimination episodes are being done in general, not just a specific episode.
Okay.
And I read into it, I'm like, oh no, I would be super pissed about that too. So, how it works is you'll have the elimination night, Monday night show, everybody performs, and then you can vote for whoever you want to stay on the show. Tuesday night episode comes, and they so like with the top 12 round, you had like 13 people. They announced the top 11, and then the bottom 2 had to do a live sing-off. and you, based on that performance, you voted, and whoever got more votes stay on the show. Whoever got less votes got kicked off.
Okay.
Okay. The West Coast show, even though it's a live playoff, isn't technically live, nor is the Central or the Mountain.
Okay, I'm following you.
Okay, because it plays live Eastern and Central, and then Mountain and Pacific Sea replays of it, essentially.
Okay.
Okay, so that means if I'm here in Seattle, and I'm an avid follower of this show, by the time it airs, voting's already closed. It's already been...
Oh.
So, and same thing with Mountain. So if, say, you're a contestant on the show, and you're from... I don't know, California, and all of your fan base is from California.
They can't vote for you.
They don't get it, yeah. Or the other thing that they can do is they can go in and blind vote. Even with the episode from the night before, that you can go in and blind vote, and you can say, I really like this person. I don't know how anybody's going to perform this night, but I'm just going to cast my vote ahead of time. And they could absolutely suck that night. So that's the problem with the live voting this year that everybody's upset about, is really, unless you're on the East Coast or Central Time, you don't actually get a vote in this.
No, is this the first time they've done this?
This is the first year they've done it.
Interesting. Okay.
Because every year beforehand, it was, you saw the Monday night performances, you voted, and everything was preset by the time the Tuesday show came around.
And that makes sense to me.
Right.
That makes sense to me. Okay.
So, I just got like a whole mint leaf there. Wow.
Therein lies the problem, I feel, with minty drinks.
Yeah.
You get mint.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
chewing it.
Which, I mean, isn't horrible, but if you're just taking a big gulp and you're not expecting it, and it just, yeah. So, all right, that's all I got for TV.
Okay. Did you watch any movies?
I watched one movie. I fell asleep during one movie.
Oh, shit. That bad?
No, it was just on Cinco de Mayo, and I'd had a bunch of beers and margaritas.
Olay.
Yeah, and delicious fucking chorizo nachos. So good.
Yeah, you were telling me about it.
It was Johnsonville chorizo.
No, okay, hold on. Stop right there. I will go on record. My mother, from a small town, in a small village, not even a town, did not have proper functioning plumbing. So it's a village in Mexico, makes her own chorizo. Johnsonville chorizo is fucking delicious by comparison.
Okay.
It is solid.
And I was not expecting. I'm like, all right, it's gonna be mediocre at
No,
best.
it is solid
But
chorizo.
it was good.
Yep.
And like I said, I made it, and I didn't drain all the juice when I put it on the chips, so it just drizzled onto the
Soaked
chips,
it in a
and then I
little
put it in the oven, and then fucking chorizo flavored chips, so
Mm-hmm.
good. And the next day I had like a leftover bowl. I just ate that shit straight.
Oh,
Okay,
for Cinco de Mayo, I also made chorizo over Jessica and I.
yeah.
Yep. Did that. I made some guacamole, and then I did some refried beans that I cooked in bacon fat.
Oh,
Some,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Do you want to go eat?
I kind of want to
Like,
eat.
you want to go some Mexican?
Right?
Oh, can we just do a Price is Right moment and go get some Mexican?
It's like 45-minute prices, right? Because I'm just like, I don't care. Okay. Anyways, the movie that was on was Trolls.
Oh,
That's so I had, like I said, I had people at my house,
cute.
and that's what they wanted. Well, that's what the wives wanted to watch.
Okay.
So we were just like, whatever. We kind of talked in the back the whole.
That's
time.
fair.
But yeah, like 20 minutes before the end of it, I'm just like, because it was on a Friday too. So
Yep.
I worked all week. I drank a bunch. I had eaten a bunch of nachos. I'm just done.
That's fair. I'm sorry you had to put yourself through that.
It's all right.
I watched Dose movies.
Okay.
The first one was The Office Christmas Party.
Any good?
It was funny.
Okay.
It was actually. So here's the thing. You know 100% where you're getting with this movie.
Absolutely.
But they, much like Keeping Up with the Joneses, there was a couple like, oh, that was funny. That was clever. That hasn't been done in these stupid movies before. Hour and 25 minutes later, I laughed a lot. Never have to watch it again.
There you go. Yeah.
But I laughed a lot.
Sure.
So I was surprised that I thought it was as funny as it actually turned out to be. I thought
Okay.
it was not going to be that funny. It
Okay.
was pretty funny.
All right. And then the other one?
Annabelle. So Annabelle is a spin-off from the Conjuring movies.
Okay.
So based off of a real... So I'm going to backtrack for a little bit.
Okay.
The Conjuring movies are based off of Lorraine and Ed Warren, who are in real life paranormal investigators.
Okay.
there is an actual Warren museum that every demonic thing that they ever fought, they kept in their home that was blessed weekly by priests and everything else to contain the evil.
Okay.
One of the most popular evil, not totems, but what do you want to call it? Anyways, one of the demonic possessed things that they have is
I would call that a totem. Yeah.
is a doll called Annabelle.
Okay.
Who was possessed and has all these like real life account of horrible stories surrounding her.
Okay.
So that's what the Conjuring movies are based off, is the events of the Warrens. Obviously, the movie Annabelle is just based off of that one particular totem, the Annabelle
Got it.
doll. Not as good as the Conjuring movies.
Okay.
It was fine. Like, this was my second time seeing it. I saw it in the theaters because that's back when I had the movie pass.
Ah, the glory days.
The glory days. Also back when I wasn't in an office from 9 to 5 and I can go to see a movie at Monday at noon.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I saw it then, watched it the second time here with my wife. She actually got more scared at this than she did at The Conjuring. She obviously enjoyed The Conjuring more, but this one was a little bit more suspenseful, a little bit more scary in that regard.
Okay.
All said and done, I definitely did not need to see it the second time.
Okay, fair enough.
Did not need to see it the second time.
Are you almost at the password or at the point where you can do Movie Pass again?
Like
that you would sign up for it again? No. Okay.
So that brings me to my next point. I'm going to go see Guardians of the Galaxy this weekend.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It is not like the people I trust in their movie opinions, like the Beard. He's like, no, it was bad.
Right.
But people who I don't trust are like, oh, it's so much better than the first one. That's fine, because I don't trust your fucking movie opinion to begin with, so you're out.
Yeah, right.
So we're going to see it Saturday at noon.
Okay.
I think that's a good time to go watch a movie.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping so. The reason I say no to the movie pass is they've raised their price now.
Oh, okay.
Movie pass is $50 a month for unlimited.
Yeah. No.
If I go to this AMC theater, which I really like, assigned seatings, recliner, matinee still $9.50.
Oh, okay. That's reasonable.
And since I'm a Stubbs member, for every $100 I spend, I get $10 back.
Okay.
But I can also purchase all my tickets online with no convenience fee.
Oh, I hate the fucking convenience.
It's
fee.
the worst.
So inconvenient.
It's so inconvenient. So I order everyone's tickets and they just pay me back. So I ordered these 2 weeks ago. It was $9.50 per ticket.
Right.
No convenience fee. And I can't do that with the movie pass because the movie pass, you need to sign in. You have to buy your ticket within 2 hours.
Yeah.
Well, I'm buying tickets for far in advance because it's now assigned seating.
Right.
So the movie pass does me no good.
Yeah.
So no, I'm
Okay.
not. The other reason is movies are coming out so quickly on Blu-ray. It's
true.
just not worth it.
Yeah.
Like Beauty and the Beast left theaters 6 weeks ago. DVD comes out in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Nope, not worth it.
All right, fair enough.
I do have Dose podcast I want to talk about real fast before we go to comic books.
Okay.
So the first one is Myths and Legends. I touched on it briefly.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I want to bring it up right now is the last episode I just listened to was a 3-part arc about the actual legend behind the Vikings TV show.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So he goes on to talk about what really happened and then some of the differences between the TV show and actuality.
Yeah. And I know that's been one of the things that people have always kind of joked about the show. It's on the History Channel, and they have an original content show that is historically inaccurate on the History Channel.
And it is super historically inaccurate. Yeah. But now it's actually revved up my Vikings desire to watch Vikings.
I still don't know why you haven't started it yet.
I know. It's because I've been so busy with work. So that I just want to bring that up because I thought you might find that interesting. If you get some downtime, go check out Myths and Legends. I think it's the 17 episode range. It's a 3-part Viking story.
Okay, cool.
The other one I talk about, it's grown immensely popularity. A lot of people have been telling me I have to listen to it, is The Last Podcast on the Left.
Okay, I've heard of this. I have no clue what it's about.
I still don't know what it's about.
And you've listened to it. Okay.
I've tried 4 different episodes. The first 15, 20 minutes of each episode is all I can stand until I'm like, God, this is horrible. I got to try something else. Still don't know what it's about.
Okay.
So the last one I tried was Kurt Cobain, about Kurt Cobain and how he died and all the story and the truth behind it all. They open up talking about foie gras, how big the foie gras was, that if that's how good foie gras was, then they should have ate his dead dog's liver. Then they all start laughing and giggling. This goes on for 20 minutes like they're fucking stoners before they even actually get into anything. As soon as they start getting into it, they start giggling back about something else. 25 minutes before they actually start the fucking content of their podcast. Now, don't get me wrong. As a consummate professional in the podcasting industry that you and I are.
I mean, we've been doing this shit for 3 years now.
For 3 years, thank you. And beating down the doors. Like, Corolla's asking us to come on his show. Damashek. I just don't
have time.
No, I don't have time.
Joe Rogan, no. I cannot come on your podcast this
Rogan,
week.
if you fucking send me one more email, and I know it's you, just stop. I don't have time. But as the consummate professional that I am, I understand there's always a little bit of shenanigans before you actually start.
Yeah.
There always is. 20 minutes is too fucking much.
I say 5 tops.
5 tops. And I tried like several different episodes and I'm like, nope, you know what? Done. Cannot do it.
Okay. So not an endorsement for that one.
Not at all.
Okay. Cool. What do you endorse for comic books this week, though? What did you buy?
I'm not quite there yet. Not quite there yet. I need to talk to you about comic books, though.
Okay.
Specifically, All-Star Batman.
Okay.
Are you reading it?
I am.
Okay.
I have not read this week's issue. I purchased it.
That's okay.
Not.
So you heard Scott Snyder's leaving after the next arc.
Yeah.
Okay. I just read the first trade. The whole Two-Face thing.
Yeah.
And I need to ask you, how are you still reading this garbage? How?
I would say that there are far worse comic books on my pull list that I'm still reading.
Yes.
So, by comparison, this one's not so bad.
Like, that was real bad.
I think the reason that it didn't bother me so much is because it wasn't actually coming out monthly. It was like every other month or something like that. So I'm like, when it came out, I maybe I forgot how bad the last issue was. Like, oh yeah, All-Star Batman, all right. And I have that. I know you hated the All-Star Batman and Robin.
No,
you hated the All-Star Superman.
Oh, sure did.
Which I didn't have a problem with. But I think in the title it just invokes the memory of All-Star Batman and Robin. Like, oh yeah, it's the motherfucking Batman or the goddamn Batman.
Yeah, and that was great.
Yeah. So I don't know.
So I remember reading the first issue and both of us not being impressed. And I thought to myself, there are a couple Scott Snyder books where in issue-wise I don't enjoy, but come trade I really like.
I think that was our argument is let's give it a couple more issues.
And I did.
And I have.
And I read
I've given
that
it all the
trade.
issues.
It's real bad. Now here's my conundrum. Scott Snyder's leaving the book.
So do you read after he leaves?
So do I just buy the 2 trades and then continue on after he's gone in hopes that it gets better?
Well, I don't know. Who's coming? I didn't hear who's coming.
I don't know. I don't know. I just know he's leaving.
Frank Miller.
No, he's not coming back to DC anytime soon. All right, let's talk about a pull list.
Grant Morrison.
Oh, no. If Grant Morrison is on, I will drop it. It's so hard. So hard.
All right, what'd you pull?
I bought Eternal Warrior #1.
Okay.
Green Valley #8.
Oh, you only got one more issue with that.
I know. I don't want it to end.
Okay.
But on the flip side, I do want it to end. Because I like that Max Landis has a beginning, a middle, and his end.
It's not
He's
going to
not drawing it out. Here's my story. I'm done.
I hope it gets the fuck it, I can't remember the name of the book now. The Gods, the one I was reading, where God is dead.
Oh.
Where it was a set number of issues. And like, I don't know, people are fucking buying this.
Let's keep going.
Let's put 3 a month out.
He didn't do it with his other short, so I'm hoping he doesn't do it with this one.
Okay.
Planet of the Apes Green Lantern #4. Regression by Colin Bunn #1. That cover alone and Colin Bunn just sold me. I don't know anything else about it, but I'm in.
Colin Bunn. Look, I don't even know the other.
Nope.
I don't know.
It's Colin Bunn on the cover. Sold me. Green Lantern Star Trek #6, the end of this arc. Secret Warriors #1. I have a feeling this is going to be horrible.
I've heard nothing but horrible things about this book.
So I remember the original Secret Warriors being real, real good. And I have a feeling this is not going to match up, not even close.
No, because this is a tie-in to Hydra Cap.
Which has been... I read the first issue of Secret Empire, and it was fine. I have no problem with Hydra Cap.
Okay.
Because it actually fits the story really well.
Okay.
All New Wolverine #20. Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern Corps, number 20.
Speaking of terrible books.
It was okay up until recently. Red Hood and the Outlaws, which for me is one of my silent favorites.
Okay.
Every time I read one of these issues, I'm like, this is so good.
Okay.
So good. And I will point out, for the books that DC is not publishing bi-weekly but monthly, they're $3.99, not $2.99 like they're bi-weekly, but it comes with a free digital download.
Oh, well, cool.
Superman Action Comics $9.79.
I'm curious what I paid for that book now. Not that I paid, or not, I guess I didn't buy that book.
You paid $3.99 for it.
Even if I buy it digitally?
Yep.
Well, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Titans number 11, the beginning of the Lazarus contract. Scott Snyder, Jeff Lemire, AD, book 3.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I hadn't read book 1 or 2, so I didn't know what the hell was happening.
So there's only 3 of them.
Yeah.
And the book I'll be reviewing is Batman Detective Comics 956.
Okay, cool.
The end of the League of Shadows arc.
Okay. So I haven't read all of them yet, but I bought All-Star Batman number 10. Aspen Universe Decimation number 0.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, right? It's not the longest title I have, though, because right after that is Batgirl and the Birds of Prey number 10.
Okay.
Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern Corps number 20.
Yeah, you did.
Detective number 956. All New Fathom number 4 of 8. The Fix number 9. Supergirl number 9. Titans number 11. And X-Men Blue number 3.
Okay. Speaking of The Fix, Steve Lieber just sent my comic store a sketch that he drew thanking us all for how much we've been pushing The Fix.
Oh, really?
So it's the dog, and then it's a little word bubble. Thank you guys
pretzels.
for everything you've done, and blah, 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 blah.
Nice.
So that's kind of cool, I thought.
Yeah. I don't remember. Have you read The Fix at all?
I've read the first couple issues
Okay.
because we received them as a promotional
Okay.
in my PDF form. So
That is my book of the week out of my pull.
okay.
Because it is such a fucking funny book. Nick Spencer.
Same guy who brought you
Morning
Hydra
Glories.
Cap and Morning Glories.
I don't care about Hydra Cap. He brought me Morning Glories. Which I don't know what the hell's happening with that book. It's supposed to go 100 issues. It stopped at 50. It's been nothing for like 6 months.
I can tell you what's going on. Marvel has consumed his time.
I know. But it is one of the best, most entertaining books that I'm reading. Every issue, it just off the wall funny. Like just shit happens. You're like, I can't believe you did that, but I'm laughing hysterically. If anybody's not reading this book, I highly encourage it. Like I said, it's only 9 issues out, so it's easy to get. You can go get it in trade. I think the first
trade is out. First issue went to 3rd or 4th print, so it is
4th.
available.
Yeah. Okay, real quick on reprints.
Yeah.
You know that the all the shit that went down with X-Men Gold number 1, right? X-Men
Yes.
Gold?
X-Men Gold number 1.
It's being reprinted.
Yes. And they're removing the content.
Okay.
And in the trade paperback, the content will be removed.
Okay.
Which is why the first print is worth so much money, because it's from second print on and republicized in trade paperbacks will all be an edited edition.
Okay. I was gonna say if they reprint it with all that shit in there, like that's just on them. But.
No, they're not.
Okay. But yeah, that's my book of the week.
Now that makes me curious. Since digital, there's no reprints. Do they pull the digital content and replace it? So if you don't,
they have released updated versions in the past.
I don't like that because now you don't have that little piece
you have
of
the
history.
option. So if they had done a revised digital edition and I went to bring up my copy, they would say, "There's an updated version of this. Would you like to download it?" And you can say no.
Okay.
But I'm sure, yeah, if they updated it, if somebody was to go buy it now in the Comixology store, they would get the edited version.
Okay.
But I have the original.
Downloaded, right?
Oh, absolutely.
What happens when you don't download it anymore?
Why would I not download it anymore?
Well, you may run out of storage space at some point.
There's always ways around that.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have an SD card slot in this tablet, but I can install like Google Drive or something like that and have my download files point to that.
Okay.
And then it's just always there. So, all right. So Detective Comics.
Have you read it?
I have not. It's
Okay.
not one that I got to yet.
So I don't want to ruin it for you. Have you read the
go
rest
for
of
it.
them?
It's fine. Yeah, I'm all caught up.
So the story we've had so far is we found out who Cassandra's father was
Right.
in Batman Eternal.
Yeah.
Batman and Robin Eternal.
Yes.
We find out in Detective Comics who her mom is. Lady Shiva.
Yep. Right.
Lady Shiva has taken some of the League of Shadows to oppose Ra's al Ghul and come to Gotham and stop him. We find out she's the mom. Villainous things ensue. Fights ensue. Cassandra refuses to become like her mother and kill people. And this is the big climax. Now, I'm going to spoil this for you.
Go
You
ahead.
sure?
Yeah.
I really have been enjoying Detective so far.
Yeah, me
I've been
too.
thinking it's really good. I've been quite enjoying it. Definitely more than All-Star, more than Batman. It's misleading to say Batman Detective comic because I don't feel like Batman is actually the focus.
No, not at
It's
all.
definitely the Gothamites as a whole,
Right.
as opposed to just Batman. But whatever. That's nitpicky.
But I mean, that's the title that it's always been. Well, not always, but
But sure.
yeah.
So we see Lady Shiva actually trying to bring Cassandra to her side of things and be somewhat of a mother.
Okay.
And in the end, she's defeated by Ra's,
Okay.
who kills her.
Kills her. Yeah. Okay.
And he very clearly says, just because she's dead doesn't mean that she can't speak or won't rise again. I have ways to deal with these things.
Right.
So no big deal on that aspect. We know she's not dead. The big thing about it is, as she's dying, Cassandra goes to her. She whispers something in her ear. And then Lady Shiva says, "Do you understand?" Cassandra says, "Yes." And Shiva says, "Good." What did she say?
I don't know.
Right?
But it better not be like what happened with Nick Fury and his secret and whatever the hell that was.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember what it
Original
So-and-so was
Sin.
right. Yeah.
Original Sin.
Somebody was right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Better be something more monumentous than that.
Then Gore was right.
Gore. Yeah. That's
All in all, I actually quite enjoyed the end of the League of Shadows arc.
okay.
We know we're leading up into some spoiler stuff, and Batman's decided he's going to try to utilize some magic in defeating what's going to come next.
Okay.
So I'm interested to see if that means we're going to finally see Zatanna in Rebirth, 'cause I don't think
Oh.
we've seen her yet.
No, because Justice League Dark was before Rebirth.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of hoping we'll be able to see Zatanna.
Okay.
I hope it's not Constantine.
Yeah. I don't.
Long story short, though, I've been enjoying the detective series. I think it's been a really fun read. It's kind of what I want from my DC comics right now.
Okay.
It's fun. I read 22 pages of a good, well-written story, good art. When it was done, it didn't take me 25 minutes to try to read one issue like it does Black Monday Murders or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But at the same time, there was enough depth in there that I'm like, I'm looking forward to my next 2 weeks worth of comics.
Nice.
This, to me, is what I want most of my comics to be.
Okay. Real quick, I want to touch on because I just remembered this X-Men Blue #3. You're not reading this, right?
I'm getting that in trade.
Okay. This isn't really going to be a spoiler, but there's a character that appeared in this issue who is a throwback to the beginning of me reading comics.
So you said blue, right? Or gold?
Blue.
Okay, so blue's about the young kids.
Yes.
Okay, who is it?
Okay, so I started reading with X-Men Volume 2 issue, I think it was like 54.
Okay.
In the late 60s, you get into Operation Zero Tolerance.
Yes.
Do you remember this?
Yes.
Do you remember who the villain behind that was?
No.
Bastion. The like Sentinel Prime Bastion.
Yeah. You see him quite a bit, actually.
But this is... I don't think I've seen him in like a year and a half.
No, you haven't seen him.
You haven't seen him in a while.
The last time I think we saw him was the Hope Summers story arc when she was a baby.
Yeah.
In my recollection, that's the last time I've seen Bastion that I can recall.
That sounds all right, which I guess that was more than a year ago. That was like 4 years ago. 3 years ago. Yeah.
Five.
Fuck.
5 years ago.
Oh my god. So he has now been merged with Master Mold,
Oh.
and he is cranking out Sentinels that are going to help newly activated mutants.
What, help them?
Yeah, because they get into the logic of a robot has a prime directive or a whatever. Like their mission is this. So they give the example of if you have a robot whose directive is to clean the house, once the house is entirely clean, they will actually go make a mess so that they have something to clean up, so that they have a function.
So they're going to help populate the mutants so they have something to go hunt.
Exactly. So he's there. He's trying to like help mutants, and then they figure this out, and they're like, "So what is your ultimate goal?" And he's like, "To destroy mutants." So I thought that was kind of a good take on, he was always this weird like humanized robot, but now it's like, oh no, he really is a fucking robot, and he's got to act like one. So interesting take on him.
Okay. Have you been enjoying Blue?
No.
But have you been enjoying Gold?
Meh.
Damn it.
I mean, they're all right. I think it's just that, I was really hoping that the young kids would go away.
I really need them to.
But they've now established that they can't. I don't know if we talked about this or if you read. They actually went back to the past, and they found out that they were not pulled out of the past. Like they were, but they also stayed in the past.
Yeah.
So there's nothing for them to go back now because there's already X-Men there.
There will be a way.
Oh, eventually,
point, I just need them gone.
But yeah, so now you've got the young beast that's got the magic going on. You've got
Flame Wings Angel.
You've got Gay Bobby. You've got Jean Grey, who in the first issue of her solo series, Phoenix shows up. So you're like, fuck, it's gonna be the same thing.
Which I'm actually hoping it's not the real Phoenix. That's another telepath fucking with her.
That'd be great.
I agree.
It's like Emma Frost.
Yeah, fine.
But in this issue, you even get Cyclops making a reference to Dark Phoenix. And I'm like, no, fuck, I don't want this again. We've been through this too many times. So,
can I introduce you to Batman Detective Comics number 956?
But Cable issue 1's coming out.
Yes.
We still got Iceman issue 1 that needs to come out.
No.
Generation X number 1 will come out. I'll give that a read.
Generation X, I'll give that a read.
So there's hope down the line, but right now I'm not super impressed. I'm literally just reading it because I'm a X head.
Yep. And here's the problem. I'm gonna get all the trades.
Oh yeah.
Like I can't not get them. I had there's one thing about Jean Grey that I was like, I really am actually looking forward to this next issue. The cover of the next issue is Jean Grey, Rachel Summers, and Hope Summers all together.
Oh, Hope's back.
Yeah. And I was all like, oh, well, now.
That's interesting.
I don't get this book in single issue, but for Hope?
Yeah.
Oh, I might.
Also, Rachel Summers has a new code name. I don't know.
Prestige.
Yeah. Did we talk about the difference between the preview that they put out versus the actual issue 1? So in the preview they put out, I don't remember what the hell it was called because I don't remember what this event's called. Resurrection. The Resurrection preview they put out where it was, here's a couple pages from Jean Grey and a couple from Blue and a couple from Gold and whatever. There's a word bubble in there where they call her Rachel, and they're like, Rachel, I mean Prestige, like just totally fumbling over it. Like horrible joke. In the actual issue, they took it out. I wonder if there was reaction to the preview issue.
Interesting.
And it made them be like, oh no, we'll take that out. But there's a couple panels in the actual print issue or regular issue that they had modified based on the.
Because I know that in my printed copy, they do kind of say, well, whatever you're calling yourself now.
Yeah, that's a separate panel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's in there.
Yeah. So.
And did they ever say why she decided to go by Prestige instead of Phoenix like she used to be?
I think there's mention of it in issue 2.
Just the stigma of the Phoenix phrase?
I think that's what it was. Like, with all the stuff that's going on, I just wanted a clean slate. I wanted, like, a new beginning, some weird shit.
No, I want her to go back to her Excalibur days. The red spiked leather and the short hair with the rat's tail.
I wanted to go back to the War of Kings where she had Corvus or the giant sword.
Yeah.
That was a good look.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, Final Fantasy, whatever.
Whatever. I love Rachel Summers. God, the Summers family. I'm a nerd. That's it for me this week, though.
That's all I've got.
We'll see you guys next week.
See ya.